Hey guys, so today I released Mod Locator for MCPE version 3.0 to the Google Play Store. So this is the new update that has a bunch of 0.12.x content and a whole load of awesome new features, animations and settings, and just a bunch of awesome new stuff that I'm going to be showing you in this video. So yeah, I'm just going to start off with the 3.0 guide, which is under the help menu, but if you're updating from 2.8.1 or just a previous version, you will have this automatically pop up when you open it, and you can skip it if you want and then just look at it through the help menu like I just did later on, or you can hit continue and actually go through it and see what there is. So let's go ahead and hit continue. So here we have the full screen images where you can select an image and zoom in and out on it to get a better view on it. And if you have like a smaller screen, that can help looking at just smaller details and stuff like that. Because I've seen on smaller devices that sometimes the images are well, obviously small, but smaller than I would like. So I did add this feature in for those people especially, because I just haven't really noticed it because I have a Note 4 and a Nexus 7, and both of those devices are just big. So I never really noticed the issue with small pictures, but I did see that on a different device, and it was a problem. So whoops. So I did add this feature, and I will go into it a little bit more in a little bit. Next up is the share button, and this adds a new thing where you can actually share like mods and maps and textures, and it'll create a unique URL for that item that you're sharing, and then you can post that around on social media and like Kik and Facebook, Twitter, whatever. You can share that link on there, and then people who have the app installed can actually view that mod and then install it with the app. And if they don't have the app, you can send them a link, or the default message that goes with the share thing, whatever, I'll show you in a little bit, actually has a link included that has a link to, or is a link for the new update. So cool stuff there. Let's go ahead and hit next. World categories, you can actually you can actually categorize maps by the type of maps that you want. So you can actually look at like creation, minigame, survival, parkour, whatever. Instead of having just a huge list of maps, you can sort them out so you can find what you're looking for a lot quicker than before. Mod ratings. Now you can submit ratings for mods with a little rating bar like this, and you can submit fives or whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You can submit whatever you want, but it's definitely helpful with user submitted mods. It'll help you filter out the bull crap mods that don't work good or just don't work at all. And then people who look at it can see how many reviews have been submitted, and if it's got really crappy ratings, then they'll probably not get it, and probably a good reason for them not to. Then at the very end, it just says welcome to version 3.0. So hit finish, and we go back to the main page. So there are a few different adjustments on this page. First off, the buttons that are on the front page only pertain to MCPE content. So there used to be like an about button, that was an older one, a help button, a settings button, that kind of stuff. Well, all of it now is just the mods, textures, maps, skins, and servers. The help button has been moved up to the little question mark up there. The settings has been moved to the gears up there, and then the Facebook and Twitter buttons are now in the top left and the top right, because the read more section has also been greatly improved. So when you select read more for the news, all the buttons and stuff go away with the little animation, and then the news comes up right there with the read more, so you can see it that way, and instead of opening up a separate page. So that makes things quite a bit easier, and then you can hit close and everything will come back. Makes things a lot faster and a lot easier, and I think it just looks overall a lot nicer. Let's go back to the zoomable images. So if you're on the skins page, select a skin, and then you can zoom in and out on it like that. And it also works with maps and texture packs and seeds. So if you select like this one here, you can select the image and then zoom in and out on it like that. And then you hit your back button, and then it'll return to the page that you were on. So looking at the map categories, you can see there's a little drop down menu up at the top. Select that. Let's go to creation. You can see there was a little animation there. Switch to PvP. Pixel art, which is only 4. Minigame. you can just see, it's a almost instantaneous switch to the map category that you're looking for, and it just, it makes things a lot easier unless you're switching over to creative or creation, because there are a ton of creation maps. So I want to work on getting more like pixel art, parkour, PvP, and that kind of stuff where there's not as many in survival as well. Which survival and adventure generally aren't all that much different. Some people might disagree, but I don't really think there's a huge difference there. And there are quite a few adventure maps, but let's see here. What else? Oh yeah, you can also change the share message that goes with when you share a mod or something like that. So let's go to the settings page, and right at the bottom there, or close to the bottom, you can see it says check out the, and then type, and then title on mod locator for MCPE with the URL. Don't have mod locator for MCPE, get it here, and then has mod locator URL. To explain that a little bit, so that is the message. So in brackets is where the app will automatically fill that part in when you actually go to share a mod or map or whatever. So where it says brackets and then has the type, that'll be replaced by whatever you're sharing. So like a mod or a map, so it would say check out the mod, and then title would be whatever it's called. So check out the mod Fly and Survival on mod locator for MCPE here, and then it has the URL for that mod. Then it says don't have mod locator for MCPE, get it here, and then has mod locator URL. So to change that, you have to have the type, the title, and the URL there. You don't have to have mod locator or mod locator URL if you don't want, but you do have to have the type, the title, and the URL. So if we change that to, this is taking forever to delete everything, but that's okay. So we could change that to sup check out the, and then you can select. You can either type it in. You could put in, type like that, or you could hit inserts, that little blue inserts button, select that, and it'll pop up with, share title, share type, share URL, or mod locator URL. So you can put in title, makes that a little bit easier. Then I'll put here, share URL, and that's all you really need. But if you want to add the URL for mod locator for MCPE, you can also do that, and it is there by default. So let's hit the back button, and it should save. So let's go ahead and share a 0.12.x mod. So let's share the Heaven mod. So share, please wait. It's generating that URL between the servers, so if you have a slower connection, it might go, slower. Let's go ahead and share this one with me. Dogger 2011 01 or whatever my email is, and we go back to the Gmail app, and you can see that link is right there. Just says sup, check out the mod called Heaven mod here, and it has the URL. So let's go ahead and try to open that. So mod locator when you select it, mod locator for MCPE pops up right there, and then it'll pop up and say this mod adds a new world to the game called Heaven. Heaven has, and that's just the description, I don't need to go over it. You can click install, and then it pops up with block launcher, and it's ready to go. Once that has completed, it says process complete. Would you like to continue to mod locator for MCPE or close now? So if you hit open app, it'll open up mod locator for MCPE. If you hit close, it closes. And that works with, textures and maps and all kinds of stuff that has the share button there. Let's see, yep, share button's there. So that's pretty cool. A lot of people were requesting something like that. I'm not sure if that's exactly what they were going for, but I think it does make things quite a bit easier, because if you're trying to share like the actual file, it's harder to do over social media because a lot of things don't support, sending a file, and it just makes things quite a bit easier for people. But let's see, what else should I go over? You can restrict data now. I showed this off before, but it wasn't working. But you can restrict mobile data usage. So if you just select no here, then it does restrict the mobile data, when you're not on Wi-Fi. But there is no password to protect it. So to turn it off, all you have to do is that. But if you have multiple people using the phone, like if you have siblings or friends that are using your phone, or if you're a parent and you have kids, you might be worried that they're going to start downloading a ton of crap and just eating up the data usage, and then you have to pay more or something like that. So you can password protect this feature. So if I put the password, if I just put in pass, Then I have to confirm my password, pass, and now it says your password has been set. So if I go to try and turn this off, it'll say you have to enter a password, and I'm not going to, because I'm going to go ahead and show this feature off. So let's go ahead and turn off Wi-Fi. Now we are on data. You can see a lot of stuff is already disabled. Update checking is disabled. The news is disabled. And if we go and try, to get a map, it says please enter password to download. And if I just put in pass, it says you may now download worlds, and then I can download worlds. Same goes with texture packs, because same thing basically. Please enter password to download, enter in pass, and then it'll pop up like that. So yeah, that's just to prevent from going over your data limit if you have one. Enter in pass. There we go. Let's go ahead and turn Wi-Fi back on. Let's give it a second. Oh, it's already connected. Look at that. All right, so now let's see. What else should I go over? Apart from, oh yeah, I know what I need to go over now. User submitted mods. Just had a little bit of a brain fart there. User submitted mods has been improved like a lot. So I have a lot to talk about here. So let's see, nobody's actually submitted anything. That's okay. So before, when you're submitting a mod, it was using it was using FTP, or file transfer protocol, and it's fine. It worked, but the problem is it's not very secure. So it sends the username and password over to the server without encrypting it or anything like that. And some people were actually getting the password to log into the server, and they were submitting stuff without any restrictions, and that was getting to be a little bit of a problem. Not a huge problem, but the people who figured it out, made it a problem. Although some guy logged in and said he made a little folder called "You Need Safety." I thought that was pretty cool. But he was absolutely right. So I have it moved over to SFTP now, which is a secure version of FTP, more or less, and that changes a lot of stuff. So now the password isn't hard-coded into the app. It's actually got to go and get the password from several different locations, decrypt it, and then it'll get the password that way, and then it'll log into the server with the new SFTP protocol, and then it'll, it's just completely encrypted all the way around so people don't steal the password and log in. Now it'll prevent people from, uploading crap. And then also, there are a couple more restrictions on this end. So actually, there's not really any more restrictions. Actually, I'm going to go over the server side of things. So before, what would happen is, when somebody was uploading a server or a mod, for whatever reason, they would if they stopped in the middle of the upload, or just their data cut out or whatever. I don't know exactly what they had to do to make this work, but it would upload a corrupted folder, or a folder that had no files in it. So I don't know what the deal was really with that. But then what would happen is, it would appear in the list. So if you go to the user submitted mods, it would actually be in the list, but when you selected it, nothing would happen. Now the server actually checks for those folders before it adds it to the list. So it'll check and make sure that each folder has the contents that it needs in it, and if it doesn't, it won't add it to the list. It has to be a complete mod before people add it, because that just filters out a lot of the crap. Also, what was the other one? Nope, no, I forgot. I just remembered it. Oh yeah. Now there aren't going to be any duplicate mods, or I shouldn't say there's not going to be any. Some people will still do it, but what would happen before was really embarrassing. It was probably the biggest oversight in the entire mod submitting and server submitting system I added to the app. What would happen sometimes is if somebody was submitting a mod that had the exact same name as a different mod, whoops, I think I hit a button. Nope, maybe not. If they had the exact same name as a different mod, it would actually overwrite the one that somebody else submitted, and then you would replace it with the one that they're submitting. And that was definitely a massive problem, because I don't think anybody really noticed it. I didn't think there was any problems or anything like that, but people definitely could just overwrite somebody else's mod, and that is definitely a problem. So now it does check for duplicates, and actually there has to be a 25% difference between each name of a mod. So if somebody's uploading, I think the biggest one last time was Desno's Guns. Somebody would submit one that was called Desno's and have a space and then Guns. Somebody else would have one that has Desno's Guns but all one word. Somebody else would do like Desno's Nose Guns and that kind of stuff. Well, those are all so similar that they can't actually be submitted at the same time. So somebody could do a big Desno's super awesome amazing Guns, and then that would go through, but there has to be a 25% difference in mod names and server names. So that'll prevent people from uploading duplicates and stuff like that, because that was becoming a problem, and I think that'll just help clean out the list. Lastly, I think with this one, now mod names are going to be fixed up a little bit. So what would happen before is people would, trying to get to the top of the list, they would put like a space in front of their name or in front of the mod name, and then that would make it go to the top of the list. That has been fixed. Also, some people would put their mod names in like all caps or in just completely lowercase, and it would look really bad. And I don't know, I thought it looked really unprofessional. So what I did is made it so that every time something is added to the server or added to the mod list, it'll actually auto capitalize it and make it so that it's something similar to this one right here, where each word will start with a capital letter, but that's the only place a capital can be. So this one actually is a really horrible example, because if somebody were to submit this one, the N and the T wouldn't be capital because it's an automatic thing that will decapitalize those letters, but the first letter of every word will be capitalized, just to make things look a little bit better, just like it does here, where you can see like Super Swords has that grass printer. That's how I do it here, and I just think that makes things look a lot cleaner and a lot more professional. So that's what's going to happen under user submitted mods now, and it'll do that automatically. So if somebody doesn't go by those rules, which it's not really a rule, but if they don't do that, then it'll automatically do it for them. I guess, okay, yeah, this time is lastly for user submitted mods. And this has been a rule for a while now, but I just kind of want to reiterate it because so many people just disobeyed this rule. But there can't be any mods that break the rules regarding multiplayer mods. So if you upload something like the Ghost Hack mod, you're gonna be banned from uploading mods to Mod Locator for MCPE. I don't tolerate mods that allow you to hack in multiplayer and get around other people's server security and stuff like that. It's not right. I don't support it, and if you are caught uploading a mod like that, you will be banned from uploading mods to Mod Locator for MCPE. That's it. I thought I made that really clear in the past, and every time you open, or when the first time you open up the submitted mods page, it'll pop up and tell you that. But I just want to reiterate it. Make sure that people don't upload the Ghost Hack mod or any mod similar to that, because again, you will be banned from uploading to this app if you do that. And when you're banned from uploading mods, you're also banned from uploading servers and also banned from submitting ratings for mods. So if you are banned, you can't submit a rating for a mod. So I guess I'm actually going to go over mod ratings right now. So Miners Detector, you see 3 ratings. So to submit a rating, all you have to do is select on the star corresponding to the rating that you want to leave. So I'm going to go ahead and leave a 5-star rating. It'll pop up and say, are you sure you would like to leave a review of 5.0? It just does that the first time, or actually it'll do that until you select that checkbox. But it just does that to make sure that you actually want to leave that rating, because sometimes you screw it up. But if you don't want that dialog to pop up, just select that checkbox right there, and then it won't pop up anymore. So select yes, and then it will submit that rating. Let's just give it a second to go through. There it is. Number of ratings is 4. So yeah, the rating went up just a little bit. So that's how the ratings work. Fairly instant, not quite, of course, but it's as to be expected. I think the refresh on the server is like every 10 seconds. I forgot what I set it to, but every 10 seconds or so, it'll refresh and it'll submit, or it'll put out the new ratings. So so far, a good amount of ratings. But you also can't leave more than 1 rating. So if I try to go back to that mod and leave another rating, it'll say you have already sent a review for this mod. You are limited to sending 1 review. So won't let you submit 2. And that's just to prevent people from trying to make a mod look bad by just going through and leaving a ton of crappy reviews. Let's see, the help section, by the way, is not quite ready yet. The how to use mods video, textures, maps, that kind of stuff, those aren't ready yet, so that'll be fixed in a later update. But if you select that, it'll just say not yet available. But I have a whole new help section ready to go. All I need is the videos. I need to make those, and I'll probably do that, throughout this week. But when you go to watch one of these videos, there is an in-app video player that'll pop up, and then it'll also show you the other videos and the other tutorials and stuff like that. And it's really cool. I have the whole thing set up with, like I said, the in-app video player. So the videos are still on YouTube, or going to be on YouTube, but it just makes it a little bit easier so that you can watch it inside the app. But you do have to have YouTube installed, or at least the latest version of YouTube installed, for that to work. And you can open it in YouTube if you want. There is an option there, but by default it is the in-app video player. Other than that, I mean, I don't have a whole lot of stuff right off the top of my head. I brought up before in a different video that I was working, or not working with, but talking with another developer to get a feature added in, and that hasn't happened yet, so I just submitted the update today anyways, and I can probably get added some other time, but it is still a mystery. I'm going to, reveal that at some point once it's ready to go, but at this point it isn't ready to go, so when it is, I will make a video on it. And I think you guys are really going to like what I add to it and what the other developer is doing to make this work. So not quite ready yet, but when it is, I will unveil it so everybody knows. I'm just trying to think of anything else. I should have had the change log right in front of me, but there is, just a bunch of stuff, and it's, good for everybody to just kind of, look through the update and see what they like. Make sure that you, leave reviews and stuff like that for me to see, so I know, if the app is even working properly, that kind of stuff. It really helps me when people leave reviews, so make sure you leave an honest review, whether it's good or bad. Leave an honest review so I at least know what's up with the app. And if you have any comments you want to leave, about crashing, or just, what you like, whatever it is, leave your comments down below on this video, and that'll be really exciting for me to read. So yeah, with that being said, that is Mod Locator for MCPE version 3.0. I hope you all enjoyed this update, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.